roles and responsibilities in their school. If it is the Ministry of Education as a stakeholder, they have their roles and responsibility in the school. Governance in a school ensures that all the...
Because of that kind of a scenario that developed, it led to the scrapping of ranking of our schools after results were announced, both primary and secondary.
And adequately protected.
And the same, to some extent, after long research
of governance.
The global
components of governance?
To the CBC,
Number one,
where a learner is not expected to compete with
the greatest component of governance is leadership. The greatest component of governance is leadership. Strong, effective leadership. Now, listen to me. The school is as good as its head. Come on, did you hear what I said? The school is as good as it is head, or the head is as good as the school. So if we want to know your school, we will see the head. And if we want to know the head, we will look at the school. The school speaks about the head, and the head speaks about the school. Did you hear what I said? Did you?
Looking at the areas of presentation, I wish to congratulate your regional leadership.
Fosters a positive school culture. A strong leadership sets high expectations for students and for staff.
And therefore they were supposed to
leadership
with some certain
provides clear,
kindly let us
direction,
keen and attentive.
To the
so I call upon all
a strong leadership
keenly attentive
impacts significantly
everything
to the overall effectiveness of the school. Did you hear what I said? The school is as good as its leader.
And see around during this period.
That is why,
of course, taking care.
When we transfer one teacher from one school,
and say that they have even talked to the police
and take this teacher to another school, the same infrastructure,
and therefore
the same teachers, the same parents, the same everything. One head teacher transforms a school to something else.
So with those,
and then when we bring another head teacher, the same school, the same teachers, the same parents, the same children, the school starts going haywire. And then you ask yourself, what is happening with this school? The school is as good as its leader. Come on, tell your neighbor for me. Tell your neighbor for me. Tell your neighbor for me. Your school is as good as yourself. Come on, tell your neighbor for me. Don't fear them. It is me who has sent you. It is me who has sent you. Your school is as good as yourself. Madam Director, tell him, tell this man, yes. Tell him I want to see him, yes. Your school is as good as yourself. You are a mirror of your school. We see you. We see the school in you. We see your practices. We see your procedures. We see your systems. We see what you do in that school. We see your relationship with the stakeholders. We see the school is as good as its leader. So the first component of effective school governance, it is the effective school leader. Number two,
what is this school doing? What is this school doing?
The second component of governance in our schools is the level of accountability. The level of accountability. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when I give you 50 shillings and I send you to the market And I tell you, please go and buy me an exercise book. When you come back, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? Number one, bring me the exercise book. Not just any exercise book. The exercise book. The particular one I send you. The quality of that exercise book. Is it gold? Okay. The quality of that exercise book is the one I wanted. Bring it back to me. Number two, what do you bring? Bring me a receipt. Not just a receipt, a genuine receipt. Come on, did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said? A genuine what? A genuine receipt. Not a manufactured receipt. A genuine receipt. What else did you bring to me? Bring me back the balance. If any. If any. Bring back the balance. Now when you do that, what are you doing? You are being, come on, you are being accountable. Can I ask you a question? Does the government give you money? Does the government give you money? Very good. You know what I'm asking. If we come to your school, can we find a level of accountability of the government resources that have been given to your school? I don't want an answer that one. Because when we visit, we might see something different. Number two, parents have given you their children. Is it true? Why have they brought children to your school? Why? Why? The children have come to your school so that they can do what? They can learn. They can get quality education. Are you accountable to these parents who have brought their children to you? Can you say learning and teaching is taking place in your school? That is accountability. Are you getting what I'm saying? That is accountability. Teaching and learning is happening in your school, and not just teaching and learning. Kuna ile inasemwaga bora masomo na masomo bora. Tunataka gani? Masomo bora. Masomo bora. The parents have brought children to you. And they have brought their children to you because they trust you. They have brought their children to you because the future of this child depends on you. You can mess their future or you can make their future. The life of this child depends on you. One day, all of you who are seated here, one day you sat in a class as a child. Am I right? Recently, we have had some kasheshe with the teachers being chased out of school by parents. And one of the questions I have been asking myself, please don't tell others. Don't tell others. This is a question I've been asking myself. Don't you think these parents have a stake? Don't you think these parents, Chair, don't you think these parents have a right to ask you? To ask you. Don't you think they have a right to ask you? We gave you our child to learn. What are you bringing to us? Don't you think they have a right? Don't answer me that question. It can be very controversial. I know Nat is here and others. Don't worry. But it is just a dialogue we are asking ourselves. Isn't it? I have given you a child. This child came to your school to do what? Taken place after 8 years. Can we see evidence that learning took place? So when we come and we ask you, I gave you a child for 8 years. You went through the processes. Give me the product. And the product cannot be quantified. Don't you think I'll be happy? Come on. Hello, my teachers. Will I be a happy parent? You are also parents, isn't it? Apart from being teachers, you are also parents. I know what you are thinking, and you can answer that question together with me. Accountability. Accountability. Can we put systems in place in our schools to ensure the teachers are accountable, to ensure the parents are accountable, to ensure every child in the school is accountable? Can we put into place systems of accountability in our schools? Number 3. Number 3. The other component of governance is transparency. Tell your neighbor, transparency. Transparency. What is transparency? What is transparency? In simple English, when we say something is transparent, what does it mean? We can see through, isn't it? We can see what? Through. That is what it means. And when we are talking about transparency, we are talking about openness. We are talking about openness. We are talking about overboard, doing everything overboard. We are talking about not having some secret transactions or secret agendas. When we say this man is transparent, we mean there is nothing he is hiding. That is what we are saying. So governance finds transparency. Ladies and gentlemen, let us make our schools transparent. Let us make our transactions transparent. Let us make sure our financial engagements are transparent. Let's make sure the way we deal with staff, the way we deal with the human resource in our schools, the way we deal with the parents, the stakeholders, we are transparent. Now let me give you an example. Recently, we ran a program in the whole country. Do you remember the program that we were running recently? KP, under KP World Bank program, you remember it? Where we were training all the head teachers in the country on effective school leadership. I was in charge of that program in the whole country. In charge of the whole program in the whole country. I had around 80 teachers, trainers, who I posted in the whole country. I posted. And you know, when I was posting, just before posting, when I was now creating the zones and the teams and whatever, I was receiving messages on my phone. Please, I want to go to Tarakadini. Please, take me to Homa Bay. Please take me to Migori. You know, that one is near home. Please take me to Wasingishu. And I asked myself, how can I be fair and transparent in this process? I did something that everybody looked at me and wondered, are you normal or are you mad? Because I created the teams, I created the zones, and I brought them on the table, and I put them on balloting. I told them, I want to be seen to be fair. I am not posting anybody. Please, can you post yourself? Pick where you are going. Pick where you are going. And I'm telling you, they came. And each one of them picked and picked and picked and picked. I went and I sat in my office. And I said, no swapping. Where you have posted yourself, that is where you will go. Because I have not posted you, isn't it? So you cannot blame me. In any way, you cannot blame me. What was I doing? Governance, transparency. Do you know nobody came to my office to complain, Madam Director? Nobody. I sat in my office and I relaxed. And I told people, tomorrow I want you to be in your respective stations. And the fare to your place is here. Go to the accounts and sign for your fare. And go. You have posted yourself. Transparency is not just a talk. It must be seen. There must be evidence that what you are doing, you are transparent. Are you getting what I'm saying, teachers? The other component of governance is consensus building. Consensus building. Ladies and gentlemen, we have very many issues and agendas in our schools that we want to do. There are very many good ideas in our schools that we will want to implement. There are very many transformative agendas we want to implement in our schools. For us to be able to effectively implement this, ensure you go out of your way to build consensus. Let us agree. Put it on the table. This is what I want us to do. Can we agree? Consensus does not necessarily mean we agree in everything. But at least I listen to you, you listen to me, and we are able to agree even to disagree. Are you getting what I'm saying? But as much as possible, let us genuinely involve all stakeholders. Let us go out of our way to build consensus, reasonable consensus. Let us go out of our way to make sure that we prioritize issues together as a school. When we do this, we will bring a sense of ownership. We will be able to orientate one another, and people will feel actively involved. The other component is efficiency and effectiveness. When we are talking of efficiency and effectiveness, we are talking about meeting our needs, meeting our expectations, the expectations of the school and the expectations of the stakeholders, effective use of resources through continuous monitoring, effective use of resources so that we can effective resource use so that we can achieve our desired results. We can use little and achieve much, but we can also use much to achieve little. Lastly, in governance, ladies and gentlemen, we must recognize that the stakeholders have a place. The stakeholders have a place. They are not just passers, they are not just observers, no, they are active participants. Involve them. Involve the stakeholders in the governance process. Ensure that their perspectives are considered. Ensure their thinking is brought on board. Don't just ignore them. Don't imagine that they don't know nothing. Those parents in your school, they are serious and critical stakeholders. Let them be part and parcel of your decision making. Let them be part and parcel of the policy formulations in your school. Allow them to participate in decision making processes in your school. Then we will be saying we are practicing governance.
what about our role in the teacher capacity development? Our role as head teachers in teacher capacity development. Ladies and gentlemen, teacher number one, you are the model, you are the coach, you are the mentor, you are everything in that school as the head teacher. You are the teacher number one. Kindly we ask of you, provide an opportunity for professional development of your teachers. Provide an opportunity to equitably expose your teachers to professional development. There are some teachers in your school, since they left college, they have never gone for any capacity building activity. They do not know what are the recent trends in education. The landscape in education is changing every day. Changing every day. Allow our teachers to participate into professional development. Number two, mentor and coach your teachers. I have said you are teacher number one. Hand work with some teachers. Today, I can say this because I know what is happening. I know the troubles you are going through with the JS teachers. I know the troubles. Are there troubles? Come on, are there troubles? I know, are there troubles? You know, some of them are coming to your school and they are trying to show you they have learned more than you. Isn't it? Some of them are trying to show you that they know more than you. It is your responsibility to mentor them. It is your responsibility to hand work with them. It is your responsibility to tell them, yes, you are a graduate, I am not a graduate, but I have been in this game for so long. I have been in this game for so long. Some of them were employed the other day, Madam Director, and they want to be the head teachers of junior school. They say, you know, you are supposed to be in primary, me I'm supposed to be in junior school. They want to be head teachers. Tell them that you took so many years to be a head teacher of our school. It does not just happen that way. Madam Director, when did you leave university? When did you leave university? 1992. Most of those fellows, where were they? They were not born, isn't it? So if somebody comes today and tells you, I want to be a CDE, does she know or he know the journey you have walked to be a county director? They don't know. In 1993, I was employed as a teacher. 1993. On 11th of January, I was employed as a teacher. Together with her. I am a deputy director at Kemi. You are just leaving university the other day. You want to be a deputy director? No. There is a journey you must walk. Mentor them. Mentor them. I have worked in this journey for many years. My friend, I have been a trainer, even at Kemi for me to be a director. I have trained people in Turkana. Are there some people here? Where is Jackie? She was here, my student in Turkana, before she came to Darakabithi. Where is she? Hayuko hapa? She was my student in Turkana. Nimefundisha Turkana, nimefundisha Lokichogio, Kakuma. Alafu naanza kuniambia mimi nimetoka university nataka kuwa director. It cannot happen. There is a journey. Mentor them, teach them, train them, expose them, and walk them. Are you getting what I'm saying? Madam SEC, by the time I was finishing university in 1992, where were you? Are you getting what I'm saying? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. But where were you in 1992? Bridget, where were they? Alafu saa hii unakuja unataka kutuambia ngojea wakati wako utakuja. Tukutembeze pole pole. Mentor them. Don't be harsh to them. Don't be critical to them. They are our children. Mentor them. They are the people we are leaving the responsibility to of the schools to them. Walk with them. Ukiona wanaenda speed sana, usiwanyonge, punguza tu speed. Are you getting what I'm saying? Evaluation and feedback. Regular evaluation and feedback will help teachers identify areas of growth and areas of what? Improvement. You know, you cannot go to train somebody if you have not evaluated them and established their gaps. What is their gap? What is their need? Where is their area of need? Where is their area of requirement? Where can I boost you so that you can be better? So that I can be able to give you the right course, recommend for you the right training program that will help you meet optimal performance. Feedback. Resource allocation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you are better off today, isn't it? Come on, you are better off. From the capitation of 1,400 per child to a capitation of 15,000 shillings. Don't you think you are better off? You are better off, isn't it? You are handling better money now. Better money now. But you see, let me tell you something. When you go asking for employment, there is a question they always ask you. Your previous, your current salary. They ask you, what is your current salary? Why do they ask that question, Madam Bridget? Why do they ask that question? So that they can be able to know where to place you. And they also gauge your expectation. But I also want to tell you, they also ask you that question so that they can know what you can handle. So that they can know what you can do, what you can handle. Because we can give you an increment of your salary, alafu ikufanye uwe mwenda wazimu. Uwe mwenda wazimu, ukuje Isebania ukatae kurudi nyumbani. Kwa sababu uko na pesa mingi sana mpaka hujui kutumia, unaanza kutafuta watu wa kukusaidia kufanya nini? Kutumia. So sometimes we ask you those questions. Now listen, you are getting 1,400 and now you are getting 15,000 capitation. If you are not careful, my head teachers, if you are not careful, these new resources can land you into problems. If you are not careful, did you hear what I said? These new resources given to you, you know, in the past, auditors have not been very keen with primary schools because they know the money at stake is. But now, going forward, they know that the money at stake is substantial. They will come knocking, I can assure you. Resource allocation and utilization is also very important. Allocate resources appropriately, use resources appropriately for maximum returns. Develop a collaborative culture. Now you came to Isebania away from your home. How many kilometers? Some of you have gone over 1,000 kilometers to come here. I want to encourage you, as you come here, relax. Get out of your school and just relax. Walk around, idle around, sleep around. Just feel nice. Because May is waiting for you. The other thing I want you to do as you walk around here, please build bridges, establish collaborations, Learn from one another. What we call peer learning. What we call established professional communities of learning from one another. Ask the chair, what are you doing in your school? Learn from that person. Ask another person, I am having this challenge in my school. How do I handle it? What are we doing? We are establishing a collaborative culture. I do not know everything. I can learn from somebody else. I do not know everything. I can get a new idea from somebody. And that one does not need a class. It only needs for you to be walking around here and you chat and you learn something and you get something. So ladies and gentlemen, I have said in summary, implementing effective school governance practices and investing in teacher capacity systems in our schools will help us create an environment that supports continuous improvement and enhances learner outcomes in our schools. Did you hear what I said? We want to have improved learner outcomes, then let us put in place effective governance systems. Now, the chair has requested me to say something very small on issues of the utilization of technology. Utilization of technology. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are in a technological era. We are in a digital era. A digital era. And we are not going back. We are going deeper and deeper into technology. And we need to ask ourselves at this point in time whether some of the policies that we have put in our schools are going to continue being relevant. When you see a child in a school with a telephone, a mobile phone, you become wild. Is it true? You become wild. Why? Because it is against our policies. But it is time now we need to start interrogating these issues and asking ourselves, how can we utilize technology to improve learner outcomes? How can we use the telephone that this child has carried to do research? How can we use this telephone that the child is having to improve our instructional methodologies? How do we use technology to enhance financial management? How do we use technology to improve administrative practices? Administrative practices. I was telling some delegates in Mombasa last week from Nairobi that I keep a few animals somewhere in my village, and my workers were always telling me they are dead. Your pigs are dead. How many pigs died this week? 5. How many pigs died this week? 5. Another week, 6. Another week, 1 died. And I asked myself, what can I do to make sure that I improve my administrative practice in my farm? I went and bought very good CCTV cameras, 15 meters high. Put a post here, it is 15 meters high. Uses solar, it does not use electricity. Uses solar. So if if it uses electricity, you can go and put it off and say you can start doing your things. This one uses solar. It does not need your electricity. It is super sensitive to human movement. Super sensitive to human movement. And I put in the farm. my pigs stopped dying. My pigs stopped what? Dying. Now I sell my pigs, and if there is any pig that dies, I always tell them, put somewhere I can see. Even when I am here in Isebania, even when I am outside the country, I can still monitor my pigs. I had a watchman who I had kept in my home. There's nobody who stays in my home. I had a watchman. So one day they broke into my house, stole all my important gadgets in the house, and there is a watchman. Today I have replaced everything in my house, but I have put 15 meters high camera at night to utilize solar. It moves around. It moves around. I don't have anybody staying in that compound. Nobody stays in that compound. When I go to that home, I am the one who will open the door the way I closed it. The way I closed it. But there is a big brother watching. Utilize technology in what? Administrative processes in your school. You don't have to be there to see. You don't have to be there to know what is happening. You can relax wherever you are. You can utilize technology. Ladies and gentlemen, technology helps you. It is an enabler in administrative processes. Technology is an enabler to give you good financial monitoring. Today when anybody tampers with your account, there's like a message that will come to your phone, isn't it? To tell you your account has been credited or debited.